afternoon and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom, and this is going to be my media update for the months of May and June. We're going to start off with just a couple of random bits that I picked up but are geek related, and this is the Masters of the Universe popcorn bucket that we got here in the UK. This is the only popcorn bucket I've ever bought, and probably be the only one, and is by far and away not as elaborate as the ones you get in America, but this is what we get. This is the most exciting one we get in the UK. It's got some cool bits in there. No idea from what I would use it for. It is complete tat, but I'm a big Master of the Universe fan, so I thought I'd pick up the one thing that they had on offer. So there you go. Also, an impulse purchase. When I saw Master of the Universe, I picked up this Skeletor mask. That sword is mine! Which is articulated and has voices in there. I would have preferred it had the original, like, cartoon-based voice. But yeah, probably I wore this for, like, my intro to a review, and I'll probably never wear it again. But there you go. Right, on to the actual physical media. This is actually something I have already got, but I bought a replacement when it came on eBay because mine was slightly damaged. So this is a Asian release of the Fantastic Four. Now this one is a little battered, as you can see, but it's basically the Fantastic Four DVD. I think it's the original. Yeah. So you've got like a nice kind of like, you know, foiled digipack in here. It's quite good. But basically what this does is it comes with some little figures. And this is the reason I bought this again, is because my Johnny Storm figure, and my one that I had, was broken. However, this Johnny Storm figure is also broken. So there's clearly like, the plastic here is a bit spindly, so literally the only reason I bought this, and the same thing is broken again, and it's the same way. It's the arm that is broken. So, and this one is generally in worse condition in regards to just like the kind of the tatty packaging and stuff like that. So, you know, ultimately where I'm going with this, it was a waste of money. Of course, I didn't say that the Johnny Storm figure was broken. I mean, I guess it could have broken in the post, but you know, annoying. Now, I ended up getting some mystery box type things in this pickup. So I got this, and it included. Well, this is one of the ones I've got. Virus of the Dead, which I thought I had reviewed, I have to say, but I had a look and it doesn't look like I have. So I thought I had reviewed this. And this was a part of a mystery box that I got on eBay. Really good value, actually. I got to say. I think it was one of the producers who was selling it. So yeah, Virus of the Dead, obviously, as kind of a zombie style film on DVD. I got Theatre of Fear, also on DVD. Now this one, it actually comes with a signed photograph, postcard of the clown involved, and you know, probably the main actor, producer, what have you. And you also get a little mask, so that's quite fun. I haven't seen this film. There you go. Also part of that mystery box, I got this Blu-ray, Farting Zombies of Nightfall. So this is obviously a horror comedy. I actually think this is a web series that has been re-edited into a kind of a movie, so to speak. So the Farting Zombies of Nightfall. No idea. And again, this is part of that mystery box. And including postage, the mystery box was like £15, so it was pretty good. Apparitions, Paranormal Tales from Beyond. This is a documentary. And then I got, this is also from that mystery box. This is the final thing from that mystery box. And all that for £15, I thought was pretty good. Apparition of Evil, which is clearly like a haunting house movie. Again, I've yet to watch any of these, so there you go. Right, onto some regular Blu-rays that I've got. Red Sonja. So this was the remake, the new version. Now, I didn't love the movie, but I thought it was okay. But I'm a big sword and sorcery fan, so if I can kind of pick up this films to have that sword and sorcery collection, I'll kind of do it. And like I said, I didn't think this was as terrible as everyone else kind of claims, but it's, you know, it's by no means a classic, but it's just your basic vanilla Blu-ray. I think I paid like £5 for it. And I got Something in the Water, and like the Sword and Sorcery, I kind of have, I like to have a decent shark movie collection. So the kind of the more serious ones, I'm not interested in so much the Sharknadoes and the Mega Shark Versus or whatever, but the kind of the ones that are more based on sort of reality, at least to a degree, I'll try and pick up if I see them cheap. And this one I picked up again for kind of £5 and comes with that slipcase there. We got Good Boy, which was the horror movie where a dog is the central character, and I got this as a screener a little while ago. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like great, but it was worth picking up if I saw it for sort of cheap on eBay, which I did. And this is the version that comes with a slipcase, and you also get some postcards and a poster. And you know, it's nice quality kind of like paper stock here. That's a kind of like a grainy quality with it. Obviously quite a unique horror film, so you know, it's sort of worth having purely in a way because it's such a sort of unique film in regards to having its protagonist being, you know, a dog. But I think there was more that could have been done with it, if I'm completely honest. We have Woke. And this is a film from SRS Cinema. I've actually watched and recorded a review of this one, so the review should be out a few days after this video goes up. It's basically a kind of invasion of the body snatchers style film. That's all I'll kind of say. And it is low budget, but go check out the review that will be up in a few days if you want to see my thoughts on Woke. I picked up the German release of Leviathan, one of my favourite movies from the 80s, and one of the kind of the big underwater creature features that kind of came out, you know, along with like Deep Star 6 and The Abyss and things like this. And 2-disc. No, I was kind of I was hoping they might do like a special edition at some point. You can get like, I think you can get a media book for it, but I just ended up just pulling a jigger on this vanilla, you know, German Blu-ray. But I like the cover art for it and stuff. Next up we have You're So Cool, Brewster, the story of Fright Night, which is actually a documentary about the making of the original Fright Night. Now you can actually, this was actually included on the Eureka release of Fright Night, so I had seen this previously, but this is, you know, Fright Night is legitimately my favourite film, and so I picked this kind of solo edition of it, I suppose, and this one has a slipcase, and you also get a little comic inside and 3 discs. So I've only seen the actual kind of base feature, if you like. So this has got sort of extras on it, which I haven't seen. Now, I'm not actually one for watching lots of behind the scenes stuff, to be honest with you. So when we have, you know, extras on Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff, I'll be honest with you, I'm not all that interested, if I'm honest. I don't tend to watch a lot of them, unless it's a film I'm really, really interested in. And this is one of those cases. Next up we have the Out There Halloween mega tape, and this is actually I think it's WNUF2, which was basically like a kind of found footage style movie. So there was a previous one, and it was basically like a fake newscast where, you know, things happen on camera. And the beauty of this, I haven't actually seen it. I've seen the original, but not this particular one. Yeah, so WNUF2, and it's kind of styled like a videotape. And the first one was kind of like a weird cult. This one I think is to do with aliens. And you get, you know, some nice stuff in there. You get like a booklet and poster and stuff like that. So yeah, this one I will watch at some point. There's that. I guess it's sort of similar to that that film that starred David Dalsmausian, which name escapes me now. Something about the devil. I can't remember now. But there was a film that has a bit of a higher profile film that had a similar premise, I suppose. We have a Spanish box set of the Boogeyman 1 and 2. This has got both films, and this is actually one that's limited to 1,500. And you know, it's a kind of digipack. Various art cards and stuff in there. Then we picked up Pray for Death, which is a ninja action film. I always remember this on the days of the VHS, because I remember seeing this artwork and thought it looked like a little bit sci-fi. I've never actually seen it, but it was sort of cheap on eBay, so I picked it up. Next up we have Man-O-Wolf, which is a low-budget werewolf slasher film. This is a signed one. I think this was an Indiegogo supporter edition, but you can buy them off the website. Bits in there. So there's a review of this one. I've recorded a review of this one, and that will be up a few days after this one goes up, I should think. Next up we have Razorblade Smile, and I've recorded a review of this one, and this one is already up at the time you're watching this. So there's a review of this already up. This is a British vampire movie that was originally put out on the Manga label. There's a video label called Manga. This is their first live action one. And this one stars Eileen Daly, who for a hot minute was a kind of a British screen queen. And this is a limited edition. I've got number 101. And this one comes to slip with. And if you got this through the actual website, you actually got a little extra bonus. So you get a poster, and for the first 100 orders, you actually got a signed postcard from the director. Now I'm 101, so I was one out. There was one over, but I still got one, so I'm not complaining. So that one is only if you get. That's the exclusive one that you only get if you were in the first 100 or 101. Otherwise, you still get those free postcards as well. So a kind of sexy goth vampire action movie. It's a little bit on the cheesy side, I'm gonna say. You know, if you don't like cheese, you might not want to. But yeah, this is a 4K and Blu-ray one. There you go. Next up we have The Barn, and this was a kind of a practical effects style movie that sort of has a bunch of kind of movie models. It's a little bit like Neon Maniacs, I would say. And this version is one that is signed by the cast and some of the crew. There's also a sequel to this, reversible art. And obviously the signatures are on this side. And that obviously has that sort of slipcase there. You got a few recognisable horror names in this movie, if you're a big fan of like the Scream Queens and stuff. So I got some stuff from Black Lava, and these guys do a mystery box as well. And we've picked up Slaughtered Vomit Dolls, which is a kind of like found footage. I haven't seen it yet, but a found footage style movie, I think, like a kind of yeah, quite a graphic one as far as I've been led to believe. So there you go. We also got Romance Post-Mortem. I shouldn't have to spell out, I think, what that one's about. Again, I've yet to watch this one. Romance Post-Mortem. And similar one, I guess, Necrophile Passion. And again, I've yet to watch this. This one I think is actually I'm not sure, or maybe the last one was a short. But yeah, a theme there with those two, I guess. And then the final one I got from Black Lava was this one here, A Night of the Living Pumpkin. And now I have actually watched and done a review of this one, so there's a review of this one already on the channel. And this one is a limited version to 99. And this one, it says it's the Japanese edition, which I don't think it's actually meant to be sold in Japan. It's just like a Japanese style of art, because the company is Australian, and sorry, not Australian, Austrian. And yeah, you get like a poster and stuff, a bunch of stuff in there. It's a very cheap kind of B movie. Some B-movie comedy. But it's an interesting edition. Looks like a little bit like a VHS, like European VHS. And then the final thing I've picked up, and we started with Marvel, so we'll end with the Marvel. And this is the Wolverine tin. Now, I've got a lot of Marvel stuff, the kind of the less common editions, and I'm always on the lookout if there's something I haven't got. So this is like a not a steelbook, it is a tin with the movie inside, and maybe it's like a, I don't know, possibly a Spanish or Brazilian release. I've got a Brazilian Avengers tin, very similar to this. So I'm presuming this is possibly a Brazilian release. So yeah, it's quite an interesting one. I've never seen this before. I found it on eBay and picked it up. So that is my pickups for May and June. Please let me know your thoughts, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.